Hello Trips and Toots, Gundar here and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. So, last time we equipped ourselves with weapons, armour, magics and we also gained a level. And now we're here exploring the castle. We also talked to this guy, but I needed to stop the video very quickly, so if you never saw what he was saying, then this is what he says. 400 years ago, the treasury was locked by the mystic key. Our ancestors gave the key to the Prince of Elfland for safekeeping. So yeah, the mystic key, that is an item we will get much later. There are doors like these that we cannot actually enter, but if we examine them, they'll say this door is locked by the mystic key. So that lets you know that you need the mystic key to open it, and you just say the same thing as that guy said. Okay, so that's all the castle explored. So, just for quickness, I'm going to leave through the back and go back in. Speedrun tactic! So up the stairs we go. Now the king's chamber is to the north, but I want to come down here because there's a guard over here who tells us something. Reports say that Garland holds the princess in a temple to the northwest. Yes indeedy, and that is where we will be going. So let us go and see the king. And you say something that I've already heard before. Light warriors, just as in Lucan's prophecy, Garland has kidnapped the princess. Please help her. You got it, king. Now, in the remakes of Final Fantasy 1, the king would have a chancellor standing next to him, and he says something like, But sire, surely you don't believe these people to be the legendary warriors of light, do you? And then he still sends you off to save the princess anyway. So, I'm going to show you where you have to go now. It's all the way to the northwest. But also we get into a fight with a mad pony. Okay, now I know I talked about these things in the last video. Mad ponies, they're okay like this when there's only one of them. But if you happen to come across them in groups, they can be pretty devastating. So, I'm just gonna let all my characters physically attack this thing. Come on Glenn, stop missing. There we go. Monsters perished. 15 EXP and 15 gil. Sweet. Okay, here is the temple that is to the northwest, but first obviously we get into another fight. Come on, take it down. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go in. Now this is the Chaos Shrine. This is the shortest dungeon in any Final Fantasy because our destination is right ahead of us. So, if you're following along, all you've got to do is go through that door straight ahead, fight Garland, and there you go. But I'm not going to go there yet. Reason being is that there are 4 rooms in each corner of the Chaos Shrine. And I want to go to those rooms. However, the random battles that you can fight in here can be pretty tough. And I actually want to do some leveling up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to level up to, well, we'll see, between 3 and 5 if I can, okay? And I will see you then. But I will attach the next part onto the end of this one because, well, this has just gone for at least 4 minutes. So I shall see you when I've leveled up a bit. So see you then. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here are my characters' status. As you can see, I've got them all up to level 5. I also got Kara, Harm and Ruse from the White Magic shop. Remember, Harm deals damage to undead enemies, and Ruse makes it harder for your White Mage to be hit. Now bear in mind, Ruse will only affect your White Mage, okay? And I got Lightning and Sleep for Glenn. And I also got 4 heals and 5 pures as well from the item shop. So, let's enter the Chaos Shrine. Now, this is probably one of the shortest dungeons ever in Final Fantasy, because as you can see our destination is right ahead of us. But before we do that, I want to take a small detour to the left hand side of the Chaos Shrine. Reason being is that there are two rooms, one here which I'm next to, and one to the top left hand corner as well. This one contains a cap. So, we are going to... that's weapons. Cap's going to be under armour. We're going to trade that to Eddie. Reason being is while I was levelling my characters up, Eddie was the one, believe it or not, taking the most damage. Oh, great. Wolves. Okay, right, well, you can attack that. You, in fact, no, you know what? You attack that. You attack that, and you can fire this one. Because I really hate these GR wolves. And just for the record, if you can't tell which one's the GR wolf, it's the purple one, okay? And I kinda like how that in the up-to-date versions of Final Fantasy 1, it tells you how many of them are in the fight next to their name, which is always indicated by a number. Right, so again, you can attack that, you can attack that, you attack this one, and you can just attack this one normally. Yep, there we go. Okay, so Jack's gonna miss now, but I'm not bothered because I really hate these GR wolves. They're slightly more annoying than the GR imps. And I did take a bit of damage actually getting back here to start the recording again, but it's nothing really to worry about. Because even at level 5, my characters can still take quite a lot of damage if I'm not careful. Right, come on, let's take out these wolves. Because it really is annoying when you start a recording and you've got a group of enemies like this. Especially if they're the ones that get to attack first. Because it makes it feel like the battle's just never going to end. And it kind of makes it feel like one of these wolves are attacking twice. See, oh, yep, look at that, 27 points of damage to Glenn, even though he's level 5. But then again, as you already know, mages aren't really famous for their physical defense. So I might need to heal him. And by the way, I found out what drink does. Drink actually makes you use your potions, okay? Items, that's just like changing your equipment, I guess, during the fight. Now, I don't know if it can work in this version of Final Fantasy 1, but I know that in the up-to-date ones you can use some items in battle, and they'll either attack the enemy with a spell or something, or will boost your character. Let's heal up before I forget. I'll just use Kara's Cure Magic. Glenn. Okay, so anyway, back to these small rooms. There was one down there, and there's one right up at the top left-hand corner. There's also two in the right-hand corners, one at the top right and one at the bottom right. Those ones cannot be opened unless you have the Mystic Key. Okay? So, when we get the Mystic Key, if I remember, I will come back here and open them up. And then we have some spiders. Not really that difficult now. Okay, now let's open up this room. This one contains two treasure chests. One contains a heal, and the other contains a cabin. A cabin works outside on the world map. It's kind of like an inn where you can save the game and restore your health and magic. Okay, so... oh, sure, I get into a fight. Oh, these are zombies, yeah. Yeah, see, I really hate it when the zombies or the enemies get to attack first. It just really annoys me. I don't mind it in the modern Final Fantasies, like Final Fantasy 1, the remakes, but in this one it just makes it feel like these zombies are sneakily getting in a second hit. Maybe I should have used Harm, because Harm attacks them all. Alright, come on. We're so close to fighting the first boss of the game. I might need to heal Glenn as well before I start the fight with Garland. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Alright, monsters perished. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. This is Garland. Let's fight him.
No one touches my princess. Light warriors, you impotent fools. I, Garland, will knock you all down.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, here we go, our first boss fight. This is Garland. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I said I was going to heal Glenn, didn't I? Garland is probably one of my most favourite Final Fantasy villains. The reason being is because if anyone's played the Dissidia Final Fantasies, you will know that Garland is voiced by the very famous Christopher R. Sabat, who is famous for doing voices such as Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, Garterbelt from Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt, and I'm pretty sure he also does the voice of Piccolo as well from Dragon Ball Z as well. So yeah, very famous, if I do say so myself. Now, in the remakes of Final Fantasy 1, Garland has an attack where he will instantly knock out one of your characters, but I don't think he can use it in this version. But there we go. Garland has been defeated. We get 32 EXP and 250 gold. So how much, sorry, gil. So how much gil do we have? 1,363. So that's going to be very good for buying future equipment and magics. So, you are the Light Warriors? Thank you. And we automatically warp back to the King's throne room. Now, before we leave, make sure that you talk to the King and the Princess.
Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your quest, I ordered a bridge built to the continent. Go now and make the orbs shine again.
I see a typo there. It should be built to the continent to the north, because that's where we need to go, not just build a bridge to the continent. This loot has been passed down from queen to princess for 2,000 years. Garland stole it when he kidnapped me. Please accept it as my gift. It just might come in handy. And let me tell you, she is not wrong. That loot will come in handy, but not until near the end of the game. So yeah, there we go. That is it. Now hold on, let me just check my characters. Yeah, we haven't been fully healed yet, so before we start our adventure proper, we shall go to the Cornelia town and stay at the inn. 1333. So, oh god damn it. There we go. Now, these things here, I should mention, these are harbours. Sometime, well, not too far off, we will get a boat, or a ship, or whatever you want to call it, and we will be using these harbours to actually dock the boat. And here is the bridge that the king promised that he'd build, which is already built. In the remakes of Final Fantasy 1, you actually get to see a little cutscene of the bridge actually getting built, which is very, very nice. But yeah, that is going to be all for today. So, next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy 1, we shall cross this bridge, watch one of my most favourite scenes ever in Final Fantasy history, and throughout Final Fantasy 1, and we shall start our adventure proper to restore the 4 orbs to their former glory. So I shall see you guys then.